punta natin ang COMELEC. Meron pong press con ngayon.
Issues currently. Again, 400 to 600 out of 85,700 plus VCMs that are actually in operation. With regard to overseas voting, as reported by the Office for Overseas Voting, ballots for postal mode of voting were delivered 100% as of today. Okay? Regarding the incident earlier today with former VP Binay, I would like to turn it over to Director Arabe, who accompanied Mayor Binay to Makati to resolve the problem.
We accompanied VP Binay to check on the facts as to why his ballot was rejected. And when we reached the precinct, the electoral board are already in possession of a new or a replacement VCM. And there were already around 49 more, or a total of 51 ballots that were waiting to be refed into the machine. As for the ballot of VP Binay and another voter, it was found to be dirty. So the electoral board decided to replace his ballot along with another voter, and the rest of the ballots, 49 ballots, were refed to the machine. He was allowed to vote, to fill out the new ballot along with another voter.
All right. Are there any questions? I can't hear. Microphone muna.
Just a good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Trisha Trada from CNN Philippines. Just a clarification on the case of former VP Binay, because we were told that there's just one ballot per voter that's allocated. How come they were allowed, or two people were allowed to get a new ballot and to cast their vote again?
That is the general rule. The exception is when the reason for the rejection of the ballot is not due to the fault of the voter, in which case the electoral board will give a replacement ballot to the voter. Dito sa case ni former VP Binay, yung balota niya nalaglag dahil dinumog ng tao yung electoral board nung hindi siya ayaw tanggapin ng machine. So yung balot niya at saka isa pang balot ay nadumihan. So hindi na siya tinatanggap ng machine. They had to give him a replacement ballot. So obviously hindi naman niya kasalanan. Pero yun, nabigyan na siya ng panibagong ballot to replace the other one.
Ma'am, still on that issue, maybe just clarify yung process po for batch refeeding. Kasi may mga cases na umuuwi na po yung voters kapag sinabing hindi mababasa yung balota. Like for example, in the case of VP Binay, umuwi na siya, pero pinuntahan pa raw siya. So, how will the batch feeding be like? Di ba po dapat yung voter mismo na witness niya yung pag-feed ng balota niya? Paano po kapag nakauwi na? How can we secure the integrity of the ballot still?
This happens when the VCM machine does not function. So the voters are given an option to wait for the replacement ballot or to cast their votes and leave their ballots or entrust their ballots to the electoral board. Gaya nga dito, VP Binay decided to personally feed yung ballot niya, while the rest, they decided to leave their ballots in the custody of the electoral board. These ballots are secured. They are placed in an envelope by the electoral board, and it is done in the presence of the watchers.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Tina Panganiban Perez po from GMA. Ma'am, we were able, one of our reporters in the field was able to interview a voter who was asked by a BEI to thumb mark the ballot. So, nireject, syempre ng VCM. That's not the fault of the voter. So, yon, pwede siyang mabigyan din ng replacement ballot?
Ang sinasabi kasi naming not due to the fault of the voter ay external na factors. Like say, mali yung balota dahil ito ay balot na dapat sa ibang presinto, or there are certain marks or defects during the printing of the ballot. In this case, pag ganun yung situation, we will replace the ballot kasi external naman yung reason eh. But in this case, it is the voter himself or herself who affixed yung thumb mark niya doon sa ballot.
Ma'am, pero kasi inutusan po siya ng BEI.
Oo nga, that's what I heard. So this is a matter which is decided upon by the electoral board. On election day kasi sila na yung nagdidesisyon sa loob ng presinto nila.
So mamangihirap din nun kasi there might be instances where the BEI is at fault and then magro-rule sila against the voter. Kasi kunyari ako, I'm a voter. Tapos inutusan ako ng BEI na mag-thumbprint ng ballot ko, susunod po ako. Because BEI po yun. So, I will say that's not my fault and I deserve another ballot.
This is, pag ganon yung decision ng electoral board, no, the voter can go to their election officer and appeal the matter.
Okay, inyo pong natunghayan po ang maikli pong press conference po dyan sa Commission on Elections. Dyan po yan sa PICC. At binabanggit nga nila, Cathy, na tinutugunan na ho ng Commission on Elections. Ito po yung mga depektibo hong mga voting counting machines, yung mga VCMs ng iba ho, ay hindi gumagana. Pag pinasok daw ho ninyong balota, wala hong gumagalaw. Kaya ito po ay natugunan at pinapalitan na ho yung mga makina.